Hello everybody. Here are two ideas that will help you build confidence in yourself, walk through life with confidence, talk to people with confidence, put yourself out there with confidence. Here are two ideas that will really help you. The first idea that I want you to consider and look in your life to see where this is true, and you'll find it if you look hard enough. Competence leads to confidence. If you are good at something, if you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know why you should do it, you know when you should do it and where you should do it, you are automatically confident. If you've done it many times, you're automatically confident because you are competent. Competence automatically gives you confidence. So if there's an area in your life where you're lacking any sort of confidence, just know, or perhaps maybe you should try this perspective. Perhaps you haven't done enough to deserve being confident. Why would you ever assume that you need to be confident in this specific situation if you've never done it before? If you're not good at it, of course you're not going to feel confident because you're not good at it. But here's the catch-22, right? The only way me and you could ever develop that confidence is if we go out there and do it anyway. Using courage to put ourselves in situations and practicing things that we've never done before. And being willing to fail. That's courage. You know, I once heard a quote that I feel is very relevant to this video, and it's that courage is not being fearless. In fact, the strongest people are not fearless. Mike Tyson never said that he didn't have fear. He said he was always afraid, even though he was the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. He was always afraid. So courage is not about being fearless. Courage is about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So what that means for building competence and getting good at it is, yeah, you might feel afraid. You might feel nervous, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to jump in the water. Or you have to put yourself in a controlled environment where you can fail safely. In your bathroom, in the mirror. You practice your speech. You practice saying your resume to a recruiter in the mirror. You do a controlled failing. And as you do that over time and over and over and over again, you start to get good at it. Just think of any area in your life where you've done it 1,000 times. You're good at it. Look at me. I'm driving right now, having a full-blown conversation with my phone, with one hand. I'm confident driving because I've done this a lot. I mean, I'm an Uber driver. I've done over 25,000 trips. I added up all of the miles that I've driven, and I don't remember the number, but I do remember when I subtracted the circumference of the earth. I had driven around the earth 6 times. So I'm confident driving because I'm competent in driving. I hope you got it. You got it? All right. So that's the first idea. Here's the second idea that will help you build confidence. And that is changing the way you see yourself. Change the way you see yourself. You have a relationship with yourself. And this is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life. Every time you walk into that bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you do? What do you say? What do you think? And how do you feel? What if I were to tell you that you don't have to choose to think that, feel that, or see that anymore? You could, starting today, pretend that you see somebody else. You don't see that weak person. You don't see that powerless person. You could, if you chose, pretend that you see somebody so strong. You see somebody so smart. You see somebody so willing, so able. You see a champion. And you can just pretend. Does it matter if this new perception you have of yourself isn't founded in actual experiences? No. You don't have to build a new image of yourself based on things you've done. You can build a new image of yourself based on an assumption. And here's the interesting thing, right? Any assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into a fact. What that means, if you assume that you are a successful person and you see yourself as a successful person and you talk to other people as if you are a successful person, that false fact will harden into a true fact. It's called the law of assumption. Now, I'm going to make more videos talking about that and talking about beliefs, how to change your beliefs, right? That second idea that I'm talking about, which is changing the way you see yourself and assuming you are the person you want to be, that confident individual. But when you do that, essentially what's happening is that you're changing different beliefs that you have about yourself. And a belief is any idea that you accept as truth. So, what is an idea? The only ideas that are eligible to become beliefs are ideas that are assertive or affirmative in nature, meaning they affirm a truth or they assert a truth. So there's all different types of ideas, right? It's like somebody might say, oh, I have an idea of where to go. That type of idea is a suggestion or a suggestive type idea. The type of ideas that become beliefs are ideas that affirm a truth. So I might say the earth is flat, and you might say the earth is round. Those are two different ideas that are asserting two different truths. So if you have an idea about yourself that you're a loser, is it true or is it not true? Your belief depends upon whether or not you accept that idea. All beliefs are just ideas that you've accepted as truth. And if you want to change that idea, you have to find the one that you consider to be a fact, that you consider to be just something that is obvious. And you need to find the falsity or the reason why it's not true. And only then will your belief change. And that's how all beliefs are changed. If you assume a new belief, then automatically it will become your belief. If you assume that you are successful, in the beginning it may feel weird, it may feel awkward, you may find yourself going back to your old state of mind, but if you persist, it'll become your new reality. because the state that you constantly return to constitutes your truest self. Your truest self is the state that you constantly return to. So you see a guy, and every time you see him, he's angry. And maybe one day he's happy, but the next day he's angry. And then the next day after that, he's angry. Because he's constantly returning to that state of anger, we know him as somebody who's angry. That is his truest self. Unless he begins to return to a different state. So we can go really deep on this, and I love this. I find this so fascinating, how beliefs change people's lives. And I wanted to preface this conversation, with confidence, because confidence is something we all can use, right? And if you don't have confidence, you can start to build competence. You can build skills. You can start to get W's, get wins. Start small and be consistent. Build that competence. And then work on the mental side, which is changing the way you see yourself. You have to change the way you see yourself. Because even if you get plastic surgery, it's already a known fact that people who haven't changed their self-image will still feel like they're unattractive if they went and got plastic surgery. They'll even sue the plastic surgeon, claiming that they didn't change anything. This is a fact, right? Read the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, who was a plastic surgeon. He explained this phenomena of people getting plastic surgery and still feeling like nothing had changed. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you learned something. If you felt like there was something you've never heard before, leave a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Definitely subscribe if you want to know what tall, bald black guys do in their free time. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, one more thing. I am also somebody who is studying technology and cybersecurity. And if you are interested in following my journey, definitely subscribe. Because you're going to see me go from where I am to a SOC analyst. I'm going to document the entire journey, everything I'm doing to study. And if you also want to get into IT, I recommend watching this video that I created on my channel. It's called Get Into IT in 2024. It's a full review of a course that I highly recommend. If you have no IT experience, go check that out. I'll put that link down in the description. Now, with that being said, leave me a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.